Hi, today is Thursday, February 23rd, 2017, and this is A Swede Speaks. The Swedish Minister for Home Affairs, Mr. Anders Ygeman, has commented on the riots in Rinkeby in Stockholm. You know, the riots that occurred on Monday night. Mr. Ygeman calls the Rinkeby riots a minor disturbance, and he says that President Trump is wrong about Sweden, and that what happened in Sweden is not even close to what Trump said. Here are some facts for you. The Swedish police shot at the mob. It seemed like they thought they had to secure themselves. Even though the Swedish police are ordered not to provoke the gangs, because the Swedish police is trying to build confidence in the lost territories, the no-go zones of Sweden. Here's another fact. A journalist from the Swedish newspaper Dagens Nyheter, one of the largest newspapers in Sweden by the way, was attacked and beaten down. Will Dagens Nyheter, who is a part of the Swedish liberal fake media news, start to report what's happening in Sweden? I sincerely doubt that. Fact. Something happened in Sweden on Friday, which was last night, when Trump held his speech. A gold store was robbed by a gang who had Kalashnikovs with them. Although President Trump said, "Look at what's happening in Sweden last night," and not what happened in Sweden. Trump was referring to something going on in Sweden. And I would like to thank my friend, the Furious Tory, for pointing this out to me. President Trump referred to the ongoing downfall of Sweden. Fact. Riots are not unusual in Sweden. 2013, there were riots in Husby, Stockholm, another no-go zone, for almost a week, and riots spread to several other cities in Sweden, like Borlänge, Falun, Gävle, Linköping, Växjö, Västerås, Umeå, and Örebro. And most of these cities are not very big. Last summer, I was in Uppsala, a university city north of Stockholm, when riots occurred in Gottsunda, which is Uppsala's no-go zone. Happily enough, I was not in Gottsunda then, but in another place in Uppsala, which is a better and safer area. And anyway, and cars are burning in Sweden almost every day. Fact. After the Rinkeby riots in Stockholm, the riots most recent, none of the rioters have been arrested. None. Think about that. Fact. The Prime Minister of Sweden, Stefan Löfven, still likes to say that Sweden's migration policies will benefit Sweden in the long run. You could think about that. Fact. The National Police Commissioner is still Mr. Dan Eliasson, a political commissar who never worked as a police officer. Fact. Stefan Löfven, Prime Minister, has said that Sweden have a lot of problems. However, he hasn't said this, but this is how Sweden works. If anyone outside Sweden criticizes Sweden, they are labeled liars and mentally ill. Which, by the way, was what Marita Ulvskog, a social democratic Swedish member of the European Parliament, said about President Trump, that he was mentally ill. And the former Prime Minister of Sweden, Carl Bildt, tweeted about what Trump had been smoking. And if anyone living in Sweden talks about Sweden to foreign media, they are labeled in the same way. You're not supposed to say bad things about Sweden. Even if it's true, that doesn't matter. There are many examples of this. And I think this is the explanation why expatriate Swedes are not very liked in Sweden. Because expatriate Swedes are usually less brainwashed than the Swedes in Sweden. And they usually see things more for what they are. And they talk more freely both about their new home countries and about their old home country, Sweden. This actually happened to me after I moved to Norway. Because you could you could criticize Norway for a lot of things, and I do, but we've got the more open debate in Sweden, which is good for Norway and bad for Sweden. Anyway, so who is right about Sweden? President Trump or the Swedish government and the Swedish mainstream media? You could judge for yourselves. I will of course include the necessary links in the box below, both in Swedish and in English. And that's what I have to say about this. I would like to thank the people who have donated and who are donating to this channel through PayPal and through Patreon. I am not receiving lots of funds yet, so don't get me wrong. I'd still like some more funds, but there are some people who started to help me out a little, and I am very grateful for that. I will invest in better equipment, although this will take maybe 2 weeks or so before this happens, so you're gonna have to live with the quality right now, and I will improve it as soon as I can, according to my budget. Anyway, and if you like this channel, please like my videos, please share my videos on social media, because both Swedes and non-Swedes need to learn about what's going on. For nothing else, because Sweden is a warning example to the rest of the world, especially to the rest of the Western world. And President Trump is absolutely right about mentioning Sweden in these, in his speeches as a warning example. I do the same, and I am happy that he is doing it. But anyway, if you like this channel, please subscribe to my channel, please share my videos, please like my videos, please comment, and I would also like to encourage you to support this channel financially. You could donate $1 or $10 or $1 million, whatever. I'm happy anyway. Of course, I'm more happy for larger amounts, but small and recurring amounts is actually better. And you could do this through PayPal, and you can do it through Patreon, and I will include all the necessary information. This is A Swede Speaks. Have a nice day.